Hey everybody, Leftie here. Welcome back to the Painscreek killings. We are actually going to be heading out here in just 1 second. We're going to be going to Dorothy's house, and then we are going to go to... Hold on 1 second, sorry. Just getting things all weirded out. We're going to go to Dorothy's house, the house we didn't get to go to before, and then we're going to head to either the mansion to do the music box or to the sewers. So we're going to go from there. Alright, here we are at Dorothy's house. So we're going to go ahead and head on here and in here. Which one was her key? This one? Yeah, that one. There we go. Alright, let's explore here. No keys up. Lovely paintings and a new lifestyle in the heart of town. We take pride in helping others realize their dreams. Well, thank you for that ad. It's a lovely way of putting things. Bleh, table, you confused me for a second. Nothing over here, nothing back here. Nope, can't go into the backyard. There's nothing back there. Desk. Any books I can read? No. Any books? Ah, there's one. Charles asked something of me today. He asked if I would be willing to stay with Sophia, that he'd arranged to have a house rented out a little ways from the mansion. I told him that I would help, but that Sophia's pregnancy will eventually show. There's no way of hiding it. He seemed very worried. Charles came up to me and expressed his gratitude for taking care of Sophia. He said he will be covering all the necessary expenses. He told me not to tell anyone about it. As for Sophia's growing belly, when the time comes, I am to make up something about her running errands outside of Painscreek. I'm not sure if that will work. Sophia is 8 months into her pregnancy. Her belly is big now. I asked her how she felt. She told me she's happy and feels hopeful for the future. She said it would be best that the baby is a boy. I can understand why she's thinking that way, but I can't help but wonder how Vivian will feel about it all. What will the ramifications of this be? Murder! That's what! Big old murder! Seeing as everybody's dying around this town. Scriptures by Reverend Keith. Oh, well. I'm not a big Reverend Keith fan, so I think I'm okay. Anything in the bathroom? Anyone secretly hiding in here? No? Okay. Anything over here? Nope. I can open this. I can pick it up. Gosh, God. Woo! Alright, so this way. Anything to be read over here? Nope, just a lot of tea. Just a lot of tea to be drunk. Drunk. Drunken. Got it. Whatever. I did well. It's locked. I bet you I gotta go find another key. I reckon. Oh, that one's open. Whoa, that's a big bathtub. I want a big bathtub like that. That's gigantic. You trying to, keep a mermaid in your bathtub or something? A whale, maybe? I don't know. Now I'm wondering how big Dorothy was. She probably wasn't that big. She just likes a big bathtub. So I have a feeling that we'll only find out more from that once we get some more information to get in there further, such as a key, which isn't really information, it's a thing, but, there you go. And now we have a key to the sewers, so we can use that and get on in. Ooh, super fun. The sewers looks great. So we're going to pull out our map of the sewers and take a look at this. We are right here. So if we go right is a dead end. If we go left, we'll be going the right way, I think. So let's go this way. Am I right? Well, I could climb up. Nope, can't go that way. Well, maybe I was wrong. Seems about right, probably. I was probably wrong. Okay, no, I came in This is that way, so right was the way to go? Right was the way to go. I'm assuming so. Right was the way to go, and I messed up about it. Alright, left? Nope, it's locked. Okay, so it is right. I thought it was right, but I wanted to just double check. Creek. So we came down here. I don't know where we're at. I'm confused. This is the sewer entrance. Is this the sewer entrance that we're at? We'll figure it out without the map. The map's not very good. I remember looking at that map last time and thinking it wasn't very good. I think I can go this way, but I'm not 100%. Open? No, okay. No, I can't go that way. I has to go this way. So we take a right, and then we go straight. Okay, hold on. Now we're at a curve where we meet stuff. Okay, so that must have been the farmer's market area. So what was that weird turn? Okay, never mind. So this way leads to the hospital. And this way leads everywhere else. We're gonna go this way towards the hospital, because I know I get... I hate the sewer and the music down here. But I know that this way will lead us into the hospital, and we needed stuff there, so... That is a drain. Anybody in there? No? Okay. Down the hall. Into the hospital. After being in the sewer, we might as well go to the hospital. Alright, so... We came all the way down here. We're at our first split. We have to turn right. Right. Okay. I might be wrong, but I think I'm right. Can I open you? I don't know. Nope. Okay. Some of these you can open, some of them you can't. I do remember that. This one definitely can be opened. And here we are. Look at that hospital entrance. Oh, hi, all this stuff. How are you? There we go. So now we're in the basement of the hospital. Love all those weird lights blinking up there. Made me all scared and stuff. Oh, hi, morgue. Love visiting this place. Might as well stay. Oh, look at that. Neck's been injured. Oh, stuff on the ground. Stephen Moss's, the private investigator's wallet. Got his briefcase key. And BH. Bathhouse. The bathhouse key. I called Dorothy last week. She told me something interesting about Sophia. There was a puzzle that she received from Matthew when she first started working at the mansion, sort of a birthday gift for her. In that puzzle, Sophia was to visit both hers and Matthew's favorite locations in Painscreek. In each location lies a clue that Matthew had written on the walls of the building exterior. The clues, when put together, will point her to the location of her gift. I thought that was a neat idea. Sophia's favorite places: Anne's courtyard, Inn and Suites. 2, the bridge over the stream by the gate entrance. And 3, the post office. Why would someone like the post office? And where can I find Matthew's favorite places? I received an anonymous message this morning. It claimed that Scott wasn't Vivian's killer. Unfortunately, that's all I got. I've had my doubts whether Scott really killed Vivian. He sure had the motive, but upon reading all his diaries and looking through his investigation notes, I can't help but think that Scott didn't kill Vivian. On the contrary, he was trying to find out who killed Vivian, as well as what really happened to Andrew Reed and Dr. Johnson. I still don't know if this anonymous person is a man or a woman, but they've helped solidify my thoughts on Scott. I received another message yesterday. It told me to look into Bernard, the mansion's butler. I can't help but feel that this person is trying to tell me something, but not exactly what. The message said I will find something in the house. Today I received a key in the mail with the initials BH. Does it stand for Bernard's house? I've searched everywhere and read all of Bernard's diaries. Something just doesn't add up. Maybe it's just a hunch, or simply that I'm thinking too much, but would he have really killed Vivian? There's something else about his entries that just make me pause and wonder if he was indeed a murderer. I photographed all the pages. Oh, of course you did. You're a good journalist. You're a dead journalist, but you're a good one at that. Well, you weren't a journalist, you were an investigator. I'm the journalist. So I will do all the good things, because I be good journalist. Doing all the good writings with my good old-fashioned language talk. Best journalist out there with my perfect language. Ooh, everybody loves the way I speak. Spoke. Ooh, I don't like that at all. Do it again. Do it! Turn on! Maybe it is on, and I'm just, yeah, it's on. I'm just an idiot. Power go on. Power go on. And it did. Alright, so what's all in here? Anything hiding? Aha! A hammer! Now we got something to pry up stuff. I know exactly where it goes. It goes back in Bernard's house so he can pry up those floorboards. And just in case, let's turn on these lights in here. Yeah, we already saw all that stuff down there. And we just leave it. We're investigators. We're journalists, not investigators. So we just leave that stuff on the floor. We don't need to prove no nothing went wrong. And stuff. So now we unlock the door. And we can even examine the elevator, but they're still not working. But now we can actually go up into the hospital. Oh, and I know where we can go now. Now that the... Ooh, I thought I saw someone standing there, and it was really just the knob of that staircase. That scared the crud out of me. Alright, I know where we can go. We can finally enter this room. This room. Just ran right past it. I'm so smart. Get on in here. Dr. Jensen's office. For private time with Dr. Johnson. Dear Dr. Henry Johnson, I would like to thank you for your contribution to the Painscreek Community Hospital and the people of Painscreek for the past 2 decades. However, there have been reports regarding the mishandling of funds designated for PCH, most of which came from the Roberts Relief Fund. This support was meant to help with the purchases of medical equipment and supplies. Since a sum of nearly $160,000 has been estimated missing, we have no other choice except to open an investigation. Until you are able to explain the discrepancies between your accounting and ours, we have no choice but to suspend all funding for the hospital for the time being. I'll be meeting you and your accountant to solve these issues so we may continue to support the hospital's needs. Sincerely, Vivian Roberts. So she's like, look, I know you helped me murder my mother-in-law and all that, but dude, you can't keep doing this. 203. Ah, hospital room. Got it. Hospital room 203. To Charles Roberts, I don't know if it's a joke that you sent me the threat letter, but if you knew about the well, then you must have found out the truth. Just so you know, your wife was the one behind all of it. If you have any grudges, it's with her, not me. I was just a witness in Sophia's death, nothing more. Fax it tomorrow, but he didn't, 'cause he did. He did! I know what you did. Meet me by the well at midnight. You know which one. Come alone. Well, it wasn't him. Alright, so back up in here. Open the center drawer. No, nothing. There's a message.
Henry, I just received a letter from the NMB investigation firm regarding the use of the RRF funds. I need you to call me. Henry, we really need to talk. Please call back.
I bet you that's Vivian, and she's like, nah, call me now.
What's going on, Henry? Why aren't you returning my calls? This is really important.
Oh my god, Henry! Turn on your phone! Henry, call me! overly attached girlfriend is just wanting Henry to talk. Alright, so... Nope, nothing. Alright, keep going. Keep looking. That was probably Vivian being like, Henry, these funds and stuff, they're not gonna find themselves. What happened to the funds, Henry? The funds aren't people. They're not gonna go out and go find themselves. It's just not a thing. They're not gonna go take a whimsy trip down memory lane trying to find out who they are. I got room 203. Where's 203? 203! Where are you? There you are. Let's open you up. For burn! There we go. We're inside 203, but the bathroom's locked. Someone's in there. Occupied! That's a lot of books. That's a lot of books! That's a lot of books! I'm just never gonna stop saying it now. So many books. Too many books, too many books. Now I got that song stuck in my head. Happily ever after. Okay, well, isn't that a sweet sentiment? Scott Brooks' body found by jogger with multiple stab wounds to the heart. Police unsure if events are tied to the killings of Vivian Roberts. Scott Brooks, the murder suspect on the Vivian Roberts case, was killed yesterday. His body was found on the roadside along Maple Drive. At around 6:50, a jogger happened to see a body lying motionless on the side of the road, behind the bush while doing his morning run. He stopped to check if the person needed help, only to notice that the body was covered in blood. He immediately called 911. The police arrived shortly at around 7 a.m., and the victim was pronounced dead. The time of death was predicted to be about 4 to 6 hours ago, putting the time of death between 1 and 3 a.m. Questions have been raised pertaining to the murder of Vivian Roberts, especially since Scott was released from prison. Scott's body was found behind the bush on Maple Drive. We can actually go check that place out if we really wanted to. But now we know that he died. He died! We got another key and another diary. Yesterday, on hearing that Scott was apprehended for the murder of her mother, Tricia collapsed. The hospital called this morning to inform us that it was just a nervous breakdown. However, they've suggested that she should stay there for another few days. Charles is asking me to stay by her side. It rained today. Tricia has always hated the rain. She stayed in bed, tucked under the blanket, nearly the entire day. Here and there, she mutters Scott's name out loud. She cried herself to sleep a few times. It pains me to see her like this. Charles visits Tricia almost every day. Today, he was quieter than usual. All of a sudden, he told me that Vivian had been seeing another man, apparently a banker, for more than a year. He asked me if Vivian ever talked to me about it. I said I didn't know anything, but was sure that Vivian would never have done such a thing. Then I realized that Tricia was awake. I'm not sure if she heard our conversation. Sheriff Howard came today. He asked me if I remember seeing anything suspicious the night Vivian died. I've already told him everything I know. It's frustrating to be asked over and over about things that I just want to forget. Before he left, I asked if Scott could really be the killer. He said he's wondering the same thing. If Scott wasn't the killer, then who killed Vivian? Derek came by to see Tricia. I asked him how he was doing. He said that the medical expenses for Wanda's were more than he expected. Even with Charles' help, he's been forced to use up most of his savings. He's currently searching for a second job. He asked me if there was a future for him. Traveling with Charles made him see some of the rather ugly sides of the world. His mother is hospitalized with terminal cancer, and seeing his best friend Tricia like this pains him. I didn't know what to tell him. Before he left, he leaned closer to her and whispered, "Would it have been better if Scott just never showed up? Would you have chosen me?" I wish that I had never heard that. What a jerk. I mean, yes, your boyfriend's been arrested for murder. Would it have been better if it was me instead being with you and that he never came here and stuff? Don't you feel bad now that you made a bad choice? Oh, thank you, Mr. Jerkison Jerkson. Gosh dang, what, you gotta knock a girl while she's down. Nasty fella. Alright, so let's look here what we got. We got ourselves a hammer, so we can go to Bernard's place. Oh, I know where this goes. So we're actually gonna go to the mansion. I know where that key goes. That goes to the gate that's going to lead us to the well. So we can actually go check out the well. And we're also going to go look at the music box. So I'll meet you guys there. Alright, here we are at the music box. So we're going to go ahead and grab this key. And we're going to use that. And now we're going to see what's inside. Stuff! That's what's inside. Good job. Dear Tricia, as I've grown to learn about my birth parents, I feel as if a great veil has been lifted from my eyes. I now understand why Father Matthew was against us seeing each other. He was right. We shouldn't be together. Please believe me when I say I did not kill your mother. I've never lied to you, and I never will. I don't know who killed Vivian. Hopefully the truth will come to light someday. There is so much that I want to tell you, but I cannot at this moment. I pray the day when I can express everything to you will come quickly. All I can say now is that I'm sorry for all the pain that I've caused you. Please forgive me. Sincerely, Scott. Well, you could have just written a letter letting her know, hey, I'm your brother. I'm your half-brother. That's why we can't be dating and stuff. 'Cause, relatives. We're related and stuff in a way that isn't appropriate to be having a side relationship. Just not a good idea. And then the other key we found is going to go to this gate back here by the well. Now, the creepy lady was not there the last time I opened this gate, and I never saw her before that one time, so now we're going to hopefully that she's not back here. Let's just hope she's not back here. Nope. Nope. Okay, good. Okay. Here's the well. Look at the well. Is the well well? It is a very good well. The well is well. We can actually go down in here, and I really don't like this part. I don't like the fact that I can go down into the well. That I find very creepy, that someone could literally just come by and cover and leave me in here to die if they wanted to. If they truly wanted to, they could. Hopefully that won't happen. But the thought is there. Oh, look, there's something over here. Pick it up. It is a necklace that says 526. I betcha that is the birth date of Scott, aka Vincent, by the way. The boy's name was Vincent, so Scott's real name is Vincent. But I'm just going to keep calling him Scott, because that's what everyone calls Scott. Scott is Scott. Scotty McScott. I don't think there was anything else down there, so the necklace was all we needed. Hope no one's up here waiting. That wasn't before. Alright, good job. Alright, let's go open that vault in the painting room. So, hold on one sec. Let's get there. Alright, so let's see here. The necklace said 526. And Scott was born in what year? What year was he born? Hold on one sec. 6 months and she left, so 75. It has to be 75. So, has to be 75. 526 of 75. Alright, 526 of 75. No. Well, shucks. I thought it was his birthday, and I would have swore that the back of the necklace would be his birthday. What was the year? It had to be 75, because she left a few months later. What do I got? I got the necklace, a bedroom key. Ah, to Dorothy's house. The hammer. Another key that says BH on it. And a briefcase key. So, let's head back to Dorothy's house and open up that other room. Alright, here we are. To the room that was locked. We're gonna go find stuff. Ah, a trunk. I bet you this is what it goes to. 0526. Ah! Smart. Me. Super smart. Dear Sophia, how have you been? I hope everyone is treating you well at the mansion. It's been 6 months since my missionary work started here in Indonesia. Life here is hard but meaningful. I thought my life at the orphanage was miserable, but after coming here, I realized I am blessed more than I could ever imagine. I'm supposed to be back in 1 week's time, but I recently decided that I'll be extending my stay here for another 6 months. I haven't received any letters from you for a while now. I hope you are doing well. Remember the time when we were at the orphanage, you said that you don't want to be poor anymore? I think God heard you and called your call and brought you to Painscreek. Charles and Vivian told me they were glad I introduced you to them. They said you are a hard-working person with a kind heart, and that us being related was not the reason they hired you. You got the job on your own merit. I did not know whether or not to tell them we are not actually cousins. I feel bad for lying to them. I guess I'll have to tell them the truth someday. Having said that, I'm glad that you are in Painscreek. We can talk and meet anytime, just like the good old days at the orphanage. I will do my best here. I hope you can wait for me. Best regards, Matthew Brooks. I have prepared a special present for your birthday. Wait for my telegram that day. Of course. And we're going to read the diary. I know some people don't like me. Wanda always picks on me, and Bernard ignores me most of the time. Andrew, well, he's okay as long as I'm not in his garden. Dorothy cares a lot for me, though. I like her. Tom, our security guard, treats me with respect, even though I'm just a housemaid. Tom, our security guard, treats me with respect, even though I'm just a housemaid. Vivian and Charles are kind to me. Oh, and Matthew, too. I almost forgot about him. He's been taking care of me forever, certainly as long as I can remember. I'm a lucky girl. Matthew talks to me whenever he has time. Sometimes I feel he's trying to escape his chores at the church. Well, we'll talk about everything under the sun, our hopes, dreams, future. It reminds me of our days at the orphanage. Landing a job here as a maid was the best thing that could have happened to me. However, I never imagined I would be having an affair with a married man, let alone my employer. Now I'm carrying his child. How do I face Matthew? I received a letter from Matthew today saying that he'll be extending his stay in Indonesia for 6 more months. That's always been him. He's always had a noble heart, wanting to help people everywhere. I miss him, but I'm glad he decided to extend his stay there. It gives me time to prepare how I'll explain my situation to him. I don't know how I'll take it if he just hears the truth blurted out once he gets back. I received a telegram this morning from Matthew wishing me a happy birthday. He told me he had a special birthday present prepared for me, and all I needed to do is to find the clues that he placed in our favorite places. He's waiting for my telegram after I've solved the puzzle. I've actually solved it already, but I don't know what to say to him. What should I do? I've already figured it out. I already went around town and saw these weird numbers and was like, oh, yeah, that's so cool. I already got it. My baby was born today at 8:20 a.m. June 1st. Oh, you sneaky girl. June 1st. And it's a boy. He looks just like Charles. Dorothy's taking good care of us. She prepares the food and attends to my needs. I almost feel like I'm her boss. Charles visits me all the time, asking if we need anything else. I told him he didn't have to come so often, and to instead focus on his work. As a mayor, he must have a lot on his mind. Charles told me today that his mother, Magdalene, will be arriving in 2 weeks. She knows about our relationship. I feel nervous because she's a strict woman. At the same time, I'm happy because she told Charles to take responsibility for me and my son. Soon, I won't have to be a maid anymore. Charles has decided to name our child Vincent Roberts. I like that name. So June 1st, 1975. And just to check real quick, anything else? Yep. Dear Dorothy, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude for all you've done for me. You've taken care of my store on so many occasions. You've helped maintain its bright spirit. I would be lying if I said that I'm not saddened by your departure. I will greatly miss you. I wish you all the best in your new place. Do invite me there once you've settled in. May God be with you. Best regards, Oliver Gibson. The photographer dude. Oliver Photography Cleaning. And is this a key? Looks like a house key. So it goes to someone's place. Anything else? Any other info? Yeah, there is. Hold on. Daughter of ex-mayor found dead at Painscreek Community Hospital. Tricia Roberts falls 40 feet from the rooftop, lands on head, and dies. Yesterday morning, the body of Tricia Roberts was found on the grounds of Painscreek Community Hospital. She was pronounced dead at 7:20 a.m. According to Miss Thompson, she was starting her morning shift when she heard some sound near the reception area. She went out to find Tricia laying motionless. Blood was flowing out from her head. She quickly called for Dr. Bennett, the attending physician from the day's morning shift, who brought Tricia to the emergency room at once. Unfortunately, it was too late. The hospital CCTV shows that Tricia Roberts was walking around the hospital at around 6:30 a.m. She headed to the roof at 6:54. A few minutes later, her body was found on the ground, 3 floors below. Charles Roberts, ex-mayor and father of the deceased, who knows what else. The hospital is now checking to see why the roof door was not locked. Investigation is still pending regarding Tricia's death. So she was either murdered or she committed suicide, one of the two. Nah, one more journal. Scott was released from prison this morning. Matthew went to pick him up. There's a lot of tension here in Painscreek. Most people think of Scott as a murderer. Charles tried to stop Tricia from seeing Scott, but it's no use. She was already waiting for him at the cabin. Charles is drinking again. He couldn't stop Tricia from trying to see Scott, yet Scott seems to be avoiding her. Tricia should not have been discharged from the hospital at this point. She still needs help and rehabilitation. Derek and Scott fought at the market today. Derek asked Scott why he's avoiding Tricia. Scott didn't say anything. He just walked away. Derek told him not to come back anymore. It's sad to see what's happening to them. They used to be such good friends. Oh my God, Scott was killed? Yep. Tricia's been going crazy ever since Scott died. She sometimes screams in the middle of the night. Here and there, she'll ask us why Scott hasn't visited her for a while. No one seems to know how to answer without agitating her condition. Tricia is finally being admitted to the hospital for another mental breakdown. Charles doesn't know what to do. I've asked for his permission to take care of Tricia at the hospital until she recovers. I think Charles appreciates my help. Well, it didn't do much because she did. A pendant of Mother Mary. So, just so we know that that's there. Anyway, so... Okay, that door... we left that door open from before. Alright, so we found out a whole bunch of stuff. We found out how Tricia died, to a degree, and we know that Scott was murdered as well. And we're still trying to figure out who exactly killed Vivian, and now who killed everybody else, too, involved. So we're going to continue this next time, guys. We're probably going to head to some houses and see which ones unlock, and then go from there with our clues. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll check you guys later. Bye!